Hello and welcome to CommonSensePolitics.tv. President Obama gave a speech right after the Orlando massacre occurred. At the end of the speech, he spoke about why he refuses to call radical Islamists. I also saw a video from an Israeli rabbi on Facebook from The New Revolution, responding to the video. Here are a few parts of the speech the rabbi addressed, and I agree with.
The main contribution of some of my friends on the other side of the aisle have made in the fight against ISIL.
That's the first thing I disagree with. We are not at war with ISIL. We are not at war with ISIS, or Al-Qaeda, or Hezbollah, or Hamas. We are at war with the radical Islamic movement, not any individual organization.
Using the phrase radical Islam. That's the key, they tell us. We can't beat ISIL unless we call them radical Islamists. What exactly would using this label accomplish?
What will it accomplish? If you say, we are at war with radical Islam, you would not give the Ayatollahs of Iran $150 billion.
What exactly would it change?
If you recognize you are at war with radical Islam, you can wage war against radical Islam. If you don't acknowledge you are at war with radical Islam, you might wind up giving them $150 billion so they can continue to sponsor terrorism around the globe. If you don't know who you're fighting, how can you win the war?
Would it make ISIL less committed to trying to kill Americans?
It's not ISIS. Al-Qaeda killed us on 9/11 and Hamas would kill us if they could. It's not about labeling individual groups, it's about understanding foreign policy in the Middle East. If the Orlando shooter had a nuclear bomb, he wouldn't have killed 50 people in Orlando. He would have detonated the nuclear bomb in Manhattan.
Would it bring in more allies? Is there a military strategy that is served by this?
There is a military strategy when going to war. Getting allies is one of those strategies. President Obama, you have alienated some and backstabbed others. Egypt was an ally of the United States. They were not radical Muslims, but you encouraged the Muslim Brotherhood to overthrow their government. Israel has never felt more separated from the United States than it feels right now. So your allies you've alienated and your enemies, you've funded. Your strategy is not a good military strategy.
Calling a threat by a different name does not make it go away.
Calling it a different name won't make it go away? Are you kidding me? It's not about calling them the right name, it's about understanding exactly what's going on in the Middle East, right now. As far as letting in thousands of refugees, we agree that most do not want to kill us. Only a small percentage will come here for the sole purpose of killing us. What is an acceptable percentage of allowing people into this country who want to kill us? 1%? Even if it's only 1% of the 10,000 refugees, that equals 100 people who want to kill us. It only took 19 people to cause 9/11. It only took one person to cause the Orlando massacre.
There's not been a moment in my 7.5 years as president where we have not been able to pursue a strategy because we didn't use the label radical Islam.
It's brilliant how you are trying to minimize it from whether it's a label or not a label. As if changing the label matters. The strategy you are using is failing miserably, and it's obvious for all to see. Thanks for watching and good night.